This is a common one. What if you are unable to correspond a bullet with an achievement outcome, even though there likely was one, but don't know the details? Okay, so everything that you do, everything in life, there's a cause and an effect, right? There is an action and a reaction or a result, or however you want to say it. Everything that every one of you does matters, and something happens as a result of it. Now, you may or may not know the details, and you may or may not have been involved with the result. And I'll give you a great story to stimulate your thinking. We had this guy's name's Dave. He was in the boot camp. He wanted me to do a resume review. We were doing a coaching call, actually, going through his resume. And he had this little like 7 or 8 word bullet, something about created a pilot for his company, like a software pilot. It's like created something pilot and changed environment from Linux to whatever they were using. I can't remember. Basically changing networking platforms, and he created a pilot. That's what he did. Okay, that's it. That's all he did. And it took him a month. All right, now, that's the cause. Then something happened. So I said, what happened? He says, what do you mean I was done? I said, no, it was not done. What happened with that pilot? Said, well, then I had to teach these 16 people what they do with it. Well, they went out and they sold it. How many times did they sell it? 167. Really? What was the average sale? 50 grand. Right? Add it up. So created a pilot that resulted in, right, X amount of dollars by building the pilot, training the people who then went off and did something with it. Now, he was able to trace that back, but a lot of you won't be able to, but a lot of you can estimate. Estimate. If you give me your best guess at what that outcome was, I'll go with you on that. I'll say, put it down. And then when you get in the interview, you say, well, I created this thing. And then what did we do with it? Well, I created this reporting tool. Awesome. What was it for? So my management team could make better decisions. Great. What were the decisions they were making? Well, you got to know why you were creating that thing. So, okay, well, they were evaluating the customers to determine the best segments to retarget for upsales for this and that. Okay, you might not know all what happened on the outcome, but what did you do on the front end? Created an analytics dashboard to enable management to make better customer service, cross-selling, upselling, so on, decisions. Okay, fine. What did you do? I took 5 systems and melded them together and created one cutting edge thing that accelerated a lead. What can you tell me about what you did in the way that it benefits something or reduce something or save something or any of the 8 magical things that I give you in the program that gives me a visualization or an image of what was happening? You creating a reporting structure doesn't tell me anything. You taking 5 legacy systems, taking them through a different ETL process to create this dashboard that the steering committee, the management committee, the whatever used to go on and do something, now you're getting warm at least. So that's the next best thing. What can you help me see? What can you help me understand happened as a result of you doing what you did? If you stop there, what happens is I'm going to have to ask you. And if I'm asking you while I'm reading your resume, I'm getting upset because you're leaving me hanging on every bullet. So you managed the team. So you managed the customer service department. What happened? Were the customers more satisfied? Did you answer the calls faster? Did you get them the bills faster? Was the wait times going down? Like, I need to know what happened. Okay, now, in what I didn't show you, but you're going to discover this in your program, there is a builder, a content builder in there. The content builder has a journal in the back. I call it my Career Achievements Journal. The Career Achievements Journal should be used to think backwards, go back into your past, ask yourself these questions to surface the stuff I just talked about, okay? Then going forward, so you don't have this issue, whatever you do on a daily basis, your projects, whether they're 1 day long, 1 week long, a month, a year, 2 years, or whatever, you keep track of these 14 pieces of information so that when you create your resume, you're in good shape. When you go up for your promotion evaluation and discussion, you're in shape. When you go to your next job interview or you're trying to get a promotion inside your company and you're being interviewed to do that, you're in good shape because the stuff's up here now because you wrote it down while you went through it and you were smart enough to answer all those questions that I just sort of, pulled out of thin air. So you got to do it. You got to think. You got to think about what's happening. Don't just mindlessly go through your job.